Ever since Donald Trump became president, there's been one question on everyone's mind. Why? What kind of God would do such a thing? No, the other question that has been on everyone's mind, and that is, did the Trump campaign collude with Russia? It's the subject of investigations by the House, the Senate, and the FBI. But according to Trump's people, not only was there no collusion, they barely even know what a Russian is.
Did any advisor or anybody in the Trump campaign have any contact with the Russians who were trying to meddle in the election?
Oh, of course not.
I didn't not have communications with the Russians.
Are there any ties between Mr. Trump, you or your campaign, and Putin and his regime?
No, there are not. It's absurd, and there's no basis to it.
Every time Russia's brought up, they say, oh, Trump, what do I have to do with it?
Yeah! What do I have to do with it? Don't actually check. It's a rhetorical question. But, by now, we know that that's not true. One after another, we keep learning about more members of the Trump campaign who did meet with Russians during or after the campaign. But none of those meetings looked quite as bad as the one we found out about yesterday.
Donald Trump Jr. now admitting he met with a Russian attorney during the campaign, hoping to get damaging information on Hillary Clinton and the Democrats.
Trump Jr., his brother-in-law Jared Kushner, and campaign chairman Paul Manafort met at Trump Tower in June of last year with attorney Natalia Veselnitsia. She is said to have ties to Russia's government.
That's right. Don Jr., Jared Kushner, and Paul Manafort met with a Kremlin-linked Russian lawyer to get dirt on Hillary Clinton. You know what? At this point, it would be easier if the Trump people just told us which Russians they haven't met with. I don't even think Russian people hang out with this many Russians. Yeah, no, I have friends of all nationalities. Why always Russians? Come on, it's called diversity, bro. Come on. Ever hear of it? Yet, of course not. Now, if you're looking for evidence of collusion between Trump and Russia, this seems like the smoking gun. But Junior has a very different take.
I want to read you a statement from Donald Trump Jr., and I quote, "I was asked to have a meeting by an acquaintance who I was told might have information helpful to the campaign. It quickly became clear that she had no meaningful information, and she then changed subjects and began discussing the adoption of Russian children and mentioned the Magnitsky Act. It became clear to me that this was the true agenda all along, and that the claims of potentially helpful information were a pretext for the meeting."
Baby, you don't understand. I only met with that other woman because I thought she wanted to Turns out, she just wanted me to meet Jesus. So how you gonna go ahead and call me a cheater, girl? Come on. It is insane. That is bat crazy. Donald Jr.'s defense is that he tried to collude, but instead he got Russian catfished. I don't care if you believe that Russia colluded or not with the Trumps. You have to admit that the Trump team excuses make them sound dumber and dumber at every turn. Because first they said they never met with Russians. Then they said they forgot the meeting with the Russians. Then they said, oh, we didn't know those Russians counted. And now they're saying this.
Donald Trump Jr. claims he didn't know who he would be meeting at the June 9th sit-down at Trump Tower, but he asked the campaign's chairman and a top advisor to be there.
Get the out of here, man. Come on. Really? So some random person shows up at Trump Tower. The front desk called up to Don Jr. and he was like, hello? Someone's here to see me? Oh boy, send them right up. No, I don't want to know their name. I love surprises. Jared, Paul, you gotta come see this. No, I don't know who's in the meeting. Let's just do it and be legends. Look, man. This is honestly stupid. It is incompetent and it is dumb. And the saddest thing is, for the Trump team, the headlines today could be about America's role in helping finally drive ISIS out of Mosul, or it could be about the Syrian ceasefire. But once again, we're reminded that in a world filled with Trump enemies, the worst enemy is themselves.